It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm here today to show you what I feel are the best Mediterranean lagers available on the shelves in British supermarkets in 2025. Three beers are from Spain. Victoria Malaga. I reviewed this very recently. Mahou from Madrid, 4.8% ABV. The Victoria also 4.8% ABV in a 660 milliliter bottle. Estrella, Barcelona, which is in Catalonia, 4.6% ABV. And the reason why I call it Mediterranean is because we have a Portuguese beer here, Bock. The reason why I chose all of these beers today is that they're all brewed in their native country. The Estrella is brewed in Catalonia. The two beers, the Mahou and the Victoria Malaga, are brewed in Spain. The Bock is brewed in Portugal. I try and steer clear, if I can, away from your Madries. There are a few others that are now kind of like brewed in the UK under contract. So let's cut to the chase. All of these beers are 3 for £6.50 in various supermarkets. I'd say you can pick these up in Sainsbury's, Tesco's, probably Morrison's. Not so sure on Asda. Asda has it's a 4 for £3 deal in Asda. But let's get them out. I picked these up in Tesco. Let's start off with Portugal, and this one is ABV 4 point. It's got to say somewhere, haven't it? We'll find out in a moment. Beer in a glass. Lovely colour to this one. One finger, slightly off white head. Good levels of carbonation. An amber coloured beer in the glass. Victoria Malaga, 4.8% ABV, 660 milliliter bottle. Ironically, Mediterranean lager is the reason why Mediterranean lagers are so popular, is that it always seems to rain in the UK. Not all of the time, but it's why we go to Spain and Portugal on holiday a lot. Two finger, white head, good levels of carbonation, looks very similar to the Bock. Good head retention on this one. Mahou. If you're a Madri drinker, pick up a Mahou. This is what they drink in Madrid. People in Madrid have probably not heard of Madri. It's a very British designed thing. It's a very British lager. One finger white head. Good levels of carbonation. Amber beer in the glass. Get the aroma. Smells okay. Jump the gun a bit there. I like the look of that one, so I got my snozzle in there. This one looks larger, 660 milliliter. A longer, thinner bottle on this one, the Estrella Galicia. 4.7% ABV. I think I've had problems before looking for the Super Bock ABV. It's very small. Perhaps it's a minor detail in Portugal. Perhaps they don't really care that much what the ABV of their lager is. I don't know, it's very small. That looks lovely too, really lovely. 2-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation, a straw, kind of amber coloured beer in the glass. Right, let's go back to the Super Bock then. Let's do the aromas. Yeah, it's just certain level of quality here. Good, light, wafer, malt-like aroma. Bit of a peppery spiciness going on. A good all malt lager there. Victoria Malaga, Malaga, isn't it? Bit softer this one, bit more of a kind of a fruity hop, more of a kind of a slightly kind of lemon and spicy combination coming through with a hop. Bit of stinging nettle, but a lighter malt aroma on that one. Mahou. Little bit tinny. I got my nose into this straight away, didn't I? And I enjoyed it, but compared to the other two, a little bit tinny, a little bit metallic. Estrella Galicia. Oh, that smells fantastic. A little bit of sweetness in that one. Get the malt, get the sweetness. And then the hops on the back end, like a stinging nettle, bit of a peppery spiciness. That smells really, really good. Let's taste the Super Bock. I like that. Clean, crisp, stinging nettle. Kind of leaning into a more of a German style, I'd say Helles lager. This has all of the footprints really of a German Helles lager. It's not as bitter as a Pilsner, a German Pilsner, but you get that quality malt coming through. Nicely carbonated, pretty tidy beer that. Victoria Malaga. We're going to try and knock these out. I've just decided in my head we're going to find the best one. Victoria Malaga. Softer, more subtle. In fact, I reviewed this very recently and I think I had a bad bottle because this is going down really well. This is quite glorious. Soft, carbonated, soft water, very drinkable, very refreshing. Not a massive amount of kind of pull with the malt, not a massive amount of a pull with the hops. Just a really nicely balanced lager. Wow. That tinniness I talked about earlier, that little bit of a metallic flavour is probably at the moment pushing this into last place. Just a bit too tinny, just a bit too metallic for my liking. Maybe it's the water. Maybe it's the water doing that. Maybe they have I've been to a brewery in the Czech Republic where they brewed a imperial porter, Żywiec porter, and one tank had a great big scratch in it, one of the fermenters. The other tank didn't, and they'd hand you 2 glasses of beer. They didn't do that to the general public. They did, for us beer reviewers, they did that. It was me and Tomasz Kapira from Poland, and you could taste the metallic taste in the scratched fermenter, the beer from the scratched fermenter. So maybe there's a little bit of a metallic flavour coming through from the fermenters, or maybe even the boil cattle from this particular beer. So at the moment, Mahou is dropping out. Estrella, Galicia. Well, I'm gonna go again. That also, for me, the initial taste was a little bit metallic. But not as bad as the Mahou. Not as bad, more... That beer has a bigger, hoppier, biting, Pilsner style finish to it, which I really like. So, we're going to lose Mahou. Mahou is done. Mahou has dropped out. This is tough now. This is tough now because the Victoria Malaga is softer. It's more balanced. Then you have the strong flavour of the Estrella Galicia lager. That strong bitter finish. And then you have that kind of more, it's bitter, but it's a little bit more rounded than the other two, especially the Estrella Galicia, and that's the Super Bock. Super Bock. We'll do one taste on each now and knock them out. That Super Bock's fantastic compared to the Mahou. It's fantastic compared to the Estrella Galicia. It's just more well-rounded. Victoria Malaga. That's good too. That's really good too. Now all of this boils down to individual preference. If you really like a bitter lager, then you will probably prefer the Estrella Galicia. But I think if you want to really session a beer, drink a lot of it, this is difficult. I'm gonna say, if you want to, I generally, if I go to Spain, I generally start drinking at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I go through right the way till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Generally 12 o'clock at night. And I want a beer that I'm going to be able to want a session quite a bit. And I just feel like I could session the Victoria, Malaga and the Super Bock a little bit more than the Estrella. So I'm going to let go of the Estrella on this occasion. So the Estrella is also gone. But there is a point to this. If it was just the one beer, if it was just drinking one on a Saturday night in front of my telly from Tesco, then the Estrella is still a good choice. It's still a good choice. It's got that lovely biting bitterness. It's just not, that bitterness doesn't really lean into sessioning. And that's just a personal opinion from me. This is going to be really tough. Super Bock in the Hofmeister glass. Victoria Malaga in the Geipel brewing glass. This might take a couple of tastes. Super Bock. Just so smooth, just so drinkable. So lovely, such a lovely beer. Malaga. It's got a slightly candied, yeasty, hoppy flavour to it, the Malaga, which I quite like. Oh man, this is tough. Super Bock. Just this is your pint after pint after pint after pint. This really is your session beer. So is this. But it has a slight candied, fruity, yeasty flavour to it, which I really like. But I'm gonna be controversial and go with Super Bock. I'm gonna go with Super Bock. The Victoria Malaga is a very, very close second. It really is. But I'm gonna go with this. This is just quite a wonderful, wonderful beer. My father-in-law travels to Portugal a lot. His ex-wife has moved over there and he's kind of chasing her. He seems to do maintenance on her property every now and again. And he swears by the Super Bock when he goes to Portugal. He swears by it. And I can see why. Super Bock the winner from Portugal. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.